not still working with you right now.
Thank you. That's nice. And everybody, this is Leanne, my girlfriend.
Hello.
Hello.
So I showed her briefly everything.
Uh-huh.
Sorry for being late. It's been difficult to get all our stuff prepared and everything,
Yeah, it is fine.
but I think we're good to go. And so we left off, you left the Tower of Magi. You said bye to Azael and Ford. Was an emotional moment. I said everything that Christia wanted to say. Ford was his self, and Azael was really happy with seeing you leave, and hopefully have a better time than you had in the past. And let me pull up the sheet that you shared with me.
Hopefully, Azelle has a better time and doesn't go down all the time.
Shared with me. No, that's what Kara would say. I'm gonna pull it up from Discord. Are you hearing my dog play with his thing?
Yes.
Dog,
Slightly,
stop!
it's not much of an issue though. It's not super loud.
It's funny. At least
Because
it's not
he's real.
Liam's cat coming in and meowing at the microphone.
No, I think he's just sad because he's all alone.
Aww.
Poor puppy.
I
Kyle,
want
stop
to stop
dying.
coughing. Like I want to stop dying, but
Okay, so we said so. Kara would try to find a quiet, secluded place away from people. So you got sick before leaving, sick-ish, for roughly 3 weeks. You ended up getting better, and you waited for that to leave the tower.
Yep.
You went to the nearest town, which is actually um, Eulervik. You remember Eulervik, where people were really happy to see you guys, and you stayed there for a while before heading north to Ivan's new village, and got there. And you saw that it's now a full-fledged village, almost as big as Ulrich. And you recognize like the um, the shield symbol of Ivan everywhere. His colors, his banner everywhere. And you get to the Great Hall, which is like just mostly a wood structure, a long wood structure, and you have a dark-haired woman dressed in beautiful fur, waiting for you, waiting for you to come up, because your arrival has excited the villagers. They don't receive many visitors that far north, and she's holding a kid who's probably like not much older than 6, 7 years old, a little girl, and she says, "Hi, travelers. What have what has brought you north?"
I'm gonna let Savon speak.
okay. Ugh. Well, wait. Did we ever send out news that Ivan actually fell?
Nope.
Ah, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we And Savon would definitely be hesitant because it sets in more to him now that his mind isn't muddled than it did when it actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we come bearing not the greatest of news.
Go on.
I'm. Most people may not even know me, but at mine and her call, Ivan came to aid us in a great time of need down in Cholt.
I've I knew of his traveling with comrades I didn't know, and I received words of him telling me that he made safe travel to the certain region.
We are two of his comrades, and I'm, I hate to say it because Ivan's one of the people who actually didn't seem to hate me, but
Carewood
it,
stops Savon for a second.
yep,
Your husband fell to a fate, though I can tell you he did not leave this world without having a great battle in the way
leave
that
it.
he would have loved to have fallen.
You can see that she's holding back tears, puts a hand to her mouth, and like grasps the child more tightly. He says, "How did he die?"
He felled the giant and died on his feet.
A suitable death for the king in the north. Um, it is poetic that he came to Icemark to defeat the giant that plagued us, only to fail to another giant down in your southern regions.
He sacrificed himself to protect those he cared about.
That would be Ivan. He always stood for what he believed in. While I am saddened of his depart, I reveal in his glory, and I am now certain that he's dining with the rest of the Vizier in Valhalla. I offer you hospitality, as you will always find here.
Carewood actually bow to her. Thank you.
There's no need for that. You're friends to the crown here, and forever will be.
Savon looked away from him before shaking his head and speaking. He gave his life to help me get back mine. I owe I owe him more than I could ever repay. And I if any of his clan ever need my assistance for anything, call and I will come because I I owe him way too much.
We do have ways to contact people. Sigi is still with us. She's talented at magic and transmitting information. If we are ever in need, you will be the first we will send for help.
And Savon would bow slightly as well.
Come, let's feast to my late husband's memory.
Care would nod and go with this, meanwhile thinking, oh man, Adrian would be hating our guts right now because of all the booze that's probably going to be put on that table.
Yeah. So, so you're received like royalty, but like it's not a big town or anything. There's still like simple
Humble
people.
but fancy.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like a great hall with a long table, the heart, which is basically like a big brazier or like a big fire pit, and then you have like on a step two wooden throne She sits to like on one, but you have like mini warriors and villagers. Servants come and bring food, mead, and everything you need. And depending on your inclination for drinking, you
Oh
have a good
god.
night.
Sorry, my cat just jumped across my desk and farted and crop dusted the hell out of me.
Nice.
Oh god. I
So
want
I
to be
don't
mad at you, but you're cute.
I don't know how long you wanted to stay in wait for it. Wait for it. I have Ivan's you are what
Nothing.
she's looking at me funny. Um
I mean, we all look at you funny, but that's normal.
Yep.
yeah, but the thing is I don't see you look at me funny.
No, you don't.
Okay, just
Yeah.
think of the times on night shift.
Sure. So Ivan's wife, Camilla, you've met her actually in Mulervik. She's one of Torlak's twins.
Oh,
Yeah, and she's the most fierce of the two. You remember that in the war that happened, her other twin, Jordan, was actually a shield maiden, while Camilla has always been like more the manager of the family. Um, so the village is named Asgrad, and you are introduced to Ivan's daughter, Sid Drifa, Ivan's daughter, who's now 6 months old. So you like she's old enough that you can recognize some of Ivan's traits.
6 months or
Um,
6 years?
6 months.
It's a
Holy.
baby.
Yeah, but at least Ivan's legacy is gonna survive. She's the first of the Iskrider now, because Ivan was the last of the Iskrider. So his memory will continue forth. Um, I don't know how long you wanted to stay in Asgrad, if that was just like a pit stop.
I don't think we ever discussed that. So, how long did you want to stay? A day or two?
Yeah, we probably would stay a few days, if anything.
Yeah. She offers you to stay like in the Great Hall for the remaining of your stay. You are treated like royalty, servants and slaves, uh, taking care of any of your needs. And then I think you wanted to make your way down to Corvosa, right?
Yep.
So you with the journey down to Corvosa, which takes the better part of like 2 months because it's fucking far away. Um,
This is where Trinia died, and
yes, this is like so. Cresia does the sightseeing of like everything that Savant missed, and this is where Trinia died. This
So I
is
would just sit
where
there. It's like, wait. So is that why when I was kind of dead again, I saw a Trinia that wasn't Trinia?
yes. Wait,
Okay, that.
what? When you were dead?
Um, we. I don't know what the fuck it was, but when I was full demon, I was somewhere else, and I saw a Trinia that wasn't Trinia, and Ivan, and some dwarf with bagpipes.
Was did she have short blonde hair and was human?
Probably, I think so.
Huh. Okay.
Who the hell was the dwarf with bagpipes?
Uh, Hakon, that's been a long time since. Let's not go back that far.
You're saying that like you actually are the cause of his death.
I mean, Idrin and I thought they would be okay going through something, and we went to go check on something because we had a bad feeling.
Okay, I'm just gonna blame Adrian then.
I just don't know which of us coaxed one another to go. I can't remember. Anyway.
Yeah, so you have pleasant conversations about everything that happened in the last. I think it's like 2 or 3 years of your life now.
And this is why I drink.
Yeah, and you get to Corvosa. Corvosa is not the way you left it, and for Solar, it's pretty. Like the site of Corvosa is almost shaking because that's where you died and were born again,
Uh-huh.
and it changed. So the Civil War changed the landscape, and you can see now the Cheliax occupation, a lot of military people, and you get a feel that stuff is being run tight now, like tighter than ever. Um, and just from rumors and stuff like that, you you learn that Cheliax that they formed the Crimson Council, where Oriana is sitting now in place of Sabina, who died, and with Cecilia Croft acting as the representative of the Corvosan Guard, and De Vargo acting as a representative of the Merchant Guild, and a representative from Chiliax, and they are leading the city with Chiliax's help, maintaining order, because the army of Corvosa has been somewhat damaged by some peoples during the war and everything. And I think that you wanted to retrieve Savan's sword.
Yep.
So
Yep.
you do that. You go back in the small apartment that Kier used to live in. It's in an abandoned building, um, and hidden under, I would assume, the floorboard.
Yep.
Uh, you find Savan's sword still wrapped in cloth where Kier left it. Now, probably 4 years ago.
Well, she pulls it out and hands it to him.
Someone would grab the sword, which more than likely would have been a custom-made longsword with some of the markings and etchings of his old mercenary company, which would have been a red and white eagle,
Hmm.
more than likely on the hilt. And if it's been sitting there 4 years, it's probably going to look dull and nasty as hell.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, even a good, well-made weapon that he would have forked a lot of money over for, it still going to sit there and rust under the floorboards for 4 years. He would look at it and even spin it a bit in his hand. The grip, having been made for him, still felt right in his hand. Well, this feels weird. Like it feels normal, but feels weird.
What do you mean?
Uh, this is mine, and I know it is, but I guess after having died, some of my my memories are still fogged, and it's odd. But we'll definitely have to get this worked. I'll have to get it cleaned and sharpened.
We could probably find someone in town that can do it, though there is going to be one extra pit stop I want to do.
Oh.
Someone that I still owe going to have a cup of tea with if he's still alive.
Hmm.
And who would that be?
I can't remember the name of the NPC, but it was the one that Care brought a was it
A
the
brooch?
vial? No, not the brooch. It was a vial to be analyzed.
Oh,
The one that she
I think
that took care of her.
that took care of her.
Was he a dwarf? I'm trying to remember if he was a dwarf or what he was exactly.
If he was a dwarf, he's probably dead.
But no, it was the
The-
one that she
Sorry.
ended up bringing whatever Idrin handed to her and to have it analyzed to see if it was the cure to what the plague was going around.
Oh, okay. Your contact in the underworld.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Get back to him. Okay. So it takes you roughly a week to find him because he's not doing like what he used to do, especially with like how severe the military presence is right now. Um, let's call him because I don't remember his name.
It's been so long.
Yes. So let's
Yeah,
call
you
him
still remember to have tea with him.
Ishab.
Okay, she tries to
So
find
you're
him.
yeah. So you find him in a like shitty tavern in Old Corvosa, piss out drunk, and he sees you and he's like, "Hey!" And he screams your name. He's like, "Caristia!" Oh, and he looks around and he's like, "Caristia."
She goes up to him and sits next to him. Sorry, it took me a while to come back for that cup of tea.
Oh, we're gonna drink more than tea. Bring her around for the lady. She's the hero of this place, but nobody knows.
Hero in which way?
I've heard so many tales of what you and your friends have done. Can say I'm mad to have gotten rid of Gadrin.
Yeah, I just kind of sad it wasn't me that kind of just drove my dagger into him.
Yeah, gonna say that replacing that asshole with Devargo. I don't know which one is worse.
Hmm.
How can I help you, dear? I know you. You're not here just to talk.
Actually, I kind of want to know what's going on as well. It's been a while since I've been in the city. Last I remember was getting out of the city after the queen died.
Uh, well, it's pretty simple, really. Shelly acts as a representative on the Crimson Council, and ergo they own the city. The Virgo is now on the council, and he controls the underworld. So we're all controlled by someone.
I mean, depends on how well of a hold he has on you, but at the same time, he still strikes me as an odd person.
If you've met the Vargo, you had dealings with him.
Yeah,
You know
I,
how it is. He has puppets everywhere. Everyone's his puppet.
And
hence why I said I don't know how to feel about him.
He probably knows you're here, you know.
That wouldn't surprise me. And honestly, I think I'm kind of surprised he hasn't made his presence known to me that he knows I'm here. But she shrugs.
I mean, maybe he's waiting for you to reveal yourself.
But why?
I don't know. I haven't done much deals lately. Everything's so regulated. We pay a tax to the Vargo, or we pay a tax to the city. There's not much money to make here. I miss the old days when it was like the far west. Everything was permitted, you know. I'm really tired of this shit. I even thought about going to Gwaine, but I've heard that they're not faring that well either.
You can go further north. There's a few towns up there.
I mean, with everything that's happening, I feel there's nowhere we could be safe.
Yeah, especially since after saving somebody, we kind of broke free of a Somebody who wants to take over the world.
Huh, just that?
Yeah, just that so far.
So, see, darling, like I said, we're not safe nowhere. And he drowns his ale.
She purses her lips, thinking. She actually looks behind her to see if Savant even bothered to follow her.
He probably would have. He just would have been quiet.
It's probably at a table drinking one beer.
More than one beer.
I forgot his name already. God damn it. What was his name again? I'm horrible with names.
Ishab?
Thank you. She looks at him. I don't think I ever got you properly introduced to Savant, have I?
I mean, I've heard of him. To be honest, I thought the two of you were dead.
He was, and somehow came back to life, and it's a
Now
long
you're
story.
now you're shitting me, right? With this world thing and people coming back to life.
I mean, it's not the first time. This would be the second time that somebody I've been with.
So
I don't
we've
mean
just been downing
dating.
another beer.
Well, you must be more drunk than I am because you make no goddamn sense.
I just don't know how to explain it to you. Do you remember
Hmm.
Trinia by chance?
I remember the posters, the wanted posters.
Well, on our journey north, she got killed, and two dryads helped me bring her back to life, but not as herself?
You mean dryads like in the stories that we heard as kids?
Yeah,
They exist?
yeah. So do talking panthers. And giants. And
Your life
trolls.
seems interesting and dangerous.
When wasn't it? When you think about it.
Well, here the only thing that happened recently, except everything that happened recently, is just this goddamn volcano.
Volcano?
Yeah, you've probably seen it. It's outside of Corvosa, but by many miles. Probably 3 days to east. Everybody knows about it. It's the terror of the world. Um, that big mountain range east of here. Everybody thought it was a dormant volcano. Never ever acted. And all of a sudden, 2 months ago, there was an earthquake. We sensed it all the way to the shore, and now the volcano is fuming a little every day. Huh. Never thought I would see that from my life.
Kara looks at Savan and motions him over.
Zaman would pick up his drink and move over.
When did we leave that place in Schult?
A while ago.
That'd be 2 or 3 months ago.
Couple months.
Okay, so it's nothing in relation to the earthquake, or maybe it was. She shakes her head. Sorry.
It's fine. Won't you have a little silver for an old friend to buy a beer?
Oh, yeah, I would.
You're mighty sweet. Thank you.
She actually hands him a plat because I have 30.
He buckets it without looking at it. He's like super drunk.
I mean, it's the least that I can give you for a lot that you've done for me.
Oh, you're really nice. You realize by now that he thinks you just gave him a silver. You might have a happy surprise later.
Well, I guess I should get going.
Yeah, don't hesitate to come back. I'm always here now.
Oh, maybe I'll try to get you out of this hellhole.
I've heard those thousand times that I stopped listening.
Maybe I'll try to get you out of this hellhole sooner than you think.
Mm.
Or at least I'll try.
See you on another day, darling.
Well, she gets up, looks at Savon.
Swan would be downing another drink.
I swear, you and Idrin, if you guys had a freaking drinking contest, I'd hate to see who got drunk first. Probably Idrin.
Savon would finish downing his beer and set it down before getting up. Well, perhaps size does kind of equivalent to it.
Okay. Anything else special to do in Corvosa?
No, besides, I guess, information gathering.
Yeah. So you spend maybe 6 months trying to find information about who ordered Savant to be killed.
Swan would
And
possibly even wanted to see if any of his anybody from his old mercenary company was alive or not.
okay, you learn that all mercenary companies have been disbanded or exiled from Corvosa, following the fact that people known as the Crimson Mercenaries caused a lot of ruckus in the Civil War.
Huh, I wonder who they are.
So every like paramilitary force has been outlawed, and yeah, that was a funny story for another time. Um, but you spend roughly 6 months information gathering, and you learn that basically Vimanda that Curestia met once before um, was the one who ordered Savan's murder um, through Gadrin. And Vimenda is rumored to have left Corvosa for a village far to the east called Hamlet. And I think then you decided to follow her tracks.
Yep, we're
Yep.
gonna be chasing her down at this point.
Okay, so we're 6 months into it. It takes you roughly. So you go back to Palin's Cove up top. You go back to Gwaine, that care you visited. That those are two places that that you visited in your travels, but also when you came back from Icemark. And then from Gwaine, you go east to a small fishing village of Vinhaven, and then you pass on in the capital of the neighbor country of Edenwell. It's a capital that you've never seen before. All the buildings are like vertical. Like the city is vertical. It doesn't take a lot of real estate. It's all up high. It's almost like today with like all the skyscrapers and everything. Everybody lives in those like full on towers. Then you have to pass through the forest and the elven city of Miretabar. You continue east and find a trading post where you're able to uh, find new stuff and like buy your rations and everything. And 3 months later, you find yourself in the capital of the Visconti of Verbobank, where
Interesting
you
name.
where you ask for information and stuff like that. And then you go south, traveling on the King's Road to the small village of Hamlet. So we're took you roughly 3 4 months to get there, and it takes you almost another year to try to in the region to basically track Vimenda, and every time you hear anything from her, um, you get there and you always feel you're like one step behind her all the time. Um, you yeah, you spend the better part of a year, almost two, following her everywhere in the region, and you learn that she's looking for something, um, and that she's alone. She's traveling alone, so that's one of the reasons why it's so difficult to track her down. And she's also really talented in the art of being invisible and leaving any traces behind. But with the two of you and your skills, and at one point, you give me a sec. This. Give me a second. No, that doesn't work. Uh, let's, let's take this. No, sorry, I'm looking for a map.
That's fine. Oh god, that reminds me. I gotta open that up and look through it. So I got me a box of maps. Oh god. Oh, they're laminated. I love that.
Wait, I'm just gonna take it again. Ah, there you go. That's what I wanted. So you're in the small village of Nulb when you're like the farthest east you've ever been on the continent. Uh, oh, there it is. And you're you're 3 days even east of Hamlet, where you find yourself like in a the small village of Nulb, and you're asking around. You're like in the market when you hear a scream. Somebody just like losing their shit, being scared. A woman, and you hear a basket drop and many. Um, eh, falling. Oh. And you see, so people start running around, and you see a large creature walking on two legs, a frog-like, um, with red skin, just trying to bite at people. And you've never seen that before, but like it's like so alien and disgusting, and everybody like is running around. And let's go with this. Do you hear music at all? No, it's not working. Yeah.
I had the
Uh,
tab muted from the last session. Hold on.
yeah, there's nothing on my side.
Yeah, nothing.
What if I did this?
There's music.
I don't hear it.
I hear it. It sounds epic.
sorry, I just reloaded roll 20 because I want to hear the music too.
Mhm.
I'm choosing the music for me too. I only hear shit.
I
Is
can hear
there
it.
volume up for the music on your side,
Make sure you didn't mute the tab or anything.
I'm sad now.
maybe?
Anyway, so yeah. So you see this creature just go through villagers after villagers and trying to bite them, and it's actually just biting them and trying to let them biting them and clawing them and trying to it's actually letting them leave, but it's this creature, this beautiful
Oh
thing,
god, it looks like an ATOG.
this thing.
Yep, that looks like an ATOG.
And I would like you to roll for initiative.
I don't have,
Can
I
I
don't
have a
have a
token to
token.
click on?
Yes. Do characters. Savant. Toot.
Eh,
Toot. And Crest. And since there's two grid, I'm gonna make this one black.
Why is my HP at 0?
I don't know. Both of your HP is
Yeah, I just fixed that.
0.
eh.
E7.
Now it's 111. Yeah.
And okay, I need to start fight soundtrack on YouTube. I need my fight soundtrack. Fight music. Wait a minute.
Huh? Oh. Okay, now he's deafened. Ow. I want to stop dying.
Hello. I am back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I think it's just my Chrome not working for sound. 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 Yeah, because even YouTube is not doing shit.
Huh.
I'm sad now. Well, and action. So, Christia, you're actually first.
Kara's gonna take out her arrow, or bow and arrow, obviously, and shoot at it. Seeing it doing all that. Let's see, where's my short bow?
So yes, you can. So 13. You have advantage on your first roll, right? If the
Yeah.
creature hasn't acted yet,
Yep.
because you are an assassin.
Yep.
So that's 23. 23 is a hit. So 5 points of damage, but you can do your assassinate. So that's a total of 38 points of damage. So you actually strike at it right in the neck, while its back is to you, and you just let let a scream go, and turns around and he's like, and you hear in your head, it's not the same language as you, but for some reason you're able to understand, and he says, "You will regret this." You want to move?
Yes. Kara's going to move behind a building. Let's see. Oh, right, I forgot they changed that. Right here! I'm gonna make him chase for his meal.
Ping.
There.
Did everything just die?
I don't know.
I'm sending a message to that lady.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Savant, you're next. You can see that the frog creature is like on its way. While Caressa is running away behind one the of the house, you can see the creature is like ready to start running and jump at it.
Yeah, well, Savon's gonna point at it from where he is and toll the dead it.
Okay. So you cast your spell. We hear a boom,
Yep.
and he needs to do a wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
So that's a 5.
Oh yeah, that's great. And because he's damaged, I get to do 3d12.
Ooh la la. So he starts running, and he's just like he grasps his head, and he's like, "Ugh!" And you hear, "What is this?" in your head.
Savon would just move out into the middle of the road, just look at the thing. What is it? The Reaper's calling for you.
Um, so 22 points of damage. You can see that it's really painful for him. He almost get like one knee to the ground, but he has to like he stands back up, and do you want to move?
I did. I moved into the middle of the road while
Okay.
technically taunting it in dialogue.
You see that he takes away the arrow that Caressia sent in his back, and you can see that the wound starts healing, and then he charges at you, doing 3 attacks against you. He tries to bite you and to claw you twice.
Okay.
So the bite is going to be 24 to hit, 6 piercing damage.
Yep, hits.
And I just want and 2 claws,
Okay.
19 to hit
Hits.
for 11 piercing, and 21 to hit for
Hits.
7 piercing.
Okay.
And do 2 Constitution saving throw as he's like rampaging through you.
All right. I get +2.
While he's rolling that, Nick, what level am I supposed to be?
Where the what?
What level am I supposed to be?
I don't know. What's your experience?
30. Hang on. Be out of this. 38. Out of 43.
38 out of 43.
Mm-hmm.
That's 12.
Something's
No,
not
30.
right.
No, 30, 38 is 11.
Okay.
Sorry.
Then my freaking D&D Beyond is right. Okay.
Okay, so 15 and 21. Cool. And at this moment, you see a breach in reality, just like a portal open. And you see an elven woman come out with a device in her hand. It's like, I don't know if you've seen them, but it's like, you know, the globes for like planet Earth, but like with a lot of metal parts uh, doing like all the other planets around it.
Okay.
Okay.
It looks like this, but it's like a shimmering jewel, and it just like all the metal parts just turn around it, and when it stops turning, the breach just vanishes behind the elf. And I will let Rianne explain what she looks like.
Oh, hello. So my elven woman is I think she's kind of tall. Just let me look. Yeah, she's kind of tall. She's 5'9". She has a weird appearance for an elven woman because she has weird origins. She has white hair. She has with gold in it, and her skin is like white but blue-ish.
Okay.
Is there anything else I should say?
How is she dressing?
No. I guess she has a armor with wait, I'm searching. Sorry.
No problem.
So two short short swords
Yes.
and that's armor obviously.
Okay. And you see a bird on her arm, and she just lets it go, and it starts like flying away. Um,
It's a peregrine falcon.
yes.
Yeah.
And you see this red creature just attack someone you just who has a sword drawn, and you find yourself in a village with people running away. But for you, like the big creature is just attacking a villager. Can you roll a d20 plus
Yes.
your initiative? So I think
Plus initiative, you said, right?
yes. So you have a +3.
Oh, thanks.
Plus, wait, Ranger?
I think it worked.
Yeah. So that's 6. So that's a total of 9. So I'm gonna add your turn now, but for this round you can take your turn now. So what would you wish to do?
Kill the beast. Can I?
Yes, with what?
Am I? Yeah. How far am
You
I?
are so each square is 5 feet. So you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're 70. You're 35 feet away.
35 feet away. Okay. Wait. How do I know? of my own bow?
Your longbow is the first increment is 150 feet, but the maximum it can shoot at is 600 feet.
Longbow will do.
Yes.
Yeah, longbow.
Yeah. So if you wanna, since you're that level, um, I'm just gonna point it out because you can, as a bonus action, that's one like of your thing. Um, you can.
Use a spell, right?
No, it's your thing called planar warrior as a bonus action. If you go in if you go in your actions on your sheet and you click on bonus action,
Uh,
the last one is called planar warrior. As a bonus action, you can choose one creature you can see within 30 feet of you. And the next time you will hit that creature on this turn with a weapon attack, like your, your longbow, you're actually gonna do more damage and force damage.
perfect.
Okay.
We'll
And
do that.
then, so you activate your target. Uh, hmm? So you activate that,
Yep.
mark your target. You actually need to move 5 feet to be between 30 feet, but then you
Uh,
can actually fire two arrows.
move her.
I did it for you. Okay. And to fire your arrows, so you're gonna roll two d20s, and you have +9 with your longbow.
Okay, so
So the first one is 25. That hits. The second one is a 9. The 1 + 9. That's 10. That misses. So your first arrow, just you string an arrow, release it, and then it strikes at its back because it's not aware of your presence. But the second one, you're too much in a hurry, and it flies too high. So now you do the damage on your longbow. So it's 1d8 +3. But since you activated your thing, it's +1d8. So you can roll 2d8, and we're gonna add them together +3. So that's a total of 4 + 3, so 7 points of damage
my longbow.
with your longbow
On him or on me?
on him.
Okay.
And now you still have 25 feet of movement. Do you want to move?
Yes, I do.
Where would you want to go?
Uh, 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 um, can I go within 5 feet of him?
Like, to be able to use your
Swords?
sword?
Short swords? Short
So,
swords?
short sword? Yes. So you want to put your bow away, take your two short swords, and cover the distance to get to be in range to attack him next turn.
Yep.
Okay. So you put your bow away as you start running, and you unsheath your two short sword, and you just go there. Caricia, it's back to your turn.
Kara's gonna move out to here and shoot another arrow.
Okay. You now see the elf that you haven't seen before. You just heard the big, and you can see that now the creature is flanked by Savant and this lady who are helping each other. 15, that's a hit. And since you have an ally next to it, you can do your sneak attack bonus. So that's 27.
Yep.
So you fire in its belly, and it's just like it has to kneel down, and it's like looks at you, and it has like trouble getting up. You want to move again?
Nope, I did my full distance.
Okay. Lee, back to you.
Okay, so
It's
I
all
wanna.
you can see it's almost dead. It's like it's uh it's uh it's bleeding black blood all over the floor. It has an arrow in its back, your arrow. It has an arrow in its belly and a slash across the chest from the man who you're currently helping.
Well, yeah, I want to finish him.
Hmm.
So with my short swords.
Okay. Savant, in this situation, would you consider that you are inclined to help the person you've never met but who's now flanking?
Oh well, she's attacking something that's fighting me, so yes.
Okay. So considering that he's helping you and you are on both sides of the creature, you are considered flanking. So you're if you want to attack with your short sword, you're gonna roll 2d20, take the best plus your short sword bonus, which is +7. So you roll 1d20 twice. Leanne?
Oh, me.
Yes. So 1919 +7, that's 26. So it hits. So would you have done your planar warrior again to do force damage?
What?
The thing I said that as a bonus action, you can mark a target to do bonus damage.
Uh, is it a good idea?
The question is, do you want to do more damage?
Well, no, he's almost dead. Doesn't no, he's almost dead. He's
You're
gonna
not
die like
losing anything by doing it.
he'll die. He'll die sooner.
Okay. So you can roll your damage for your short sword. It's 1d6 +3. And since you're using the force of the universe, you can roll an extra d8. So d6 and d8
Good.
+3. You're really lucky.
Good lord.
But
Nick, what
lucky
did you do to
enough,
her dice?
I didn't do shit. But lucky enough, the first is the first strike is enough to down the creature. How do you want to kill it, Lee?
By doing it like a kind of super impressive backflip and just push my sword in it, and you just die.
Okay, so the frog-like creature with like serrated claws just falls to the ground, um, leaving a putrid pool of black blood, and everything calms down. Um, you are now just breathing, and Savant and the elf lady now are face to face, and everything calms down.
Vaughn would just watch the creature fall dead and watched how she killed it. Well, do you have fun showing off?
Yeah, kinda.
Uh, oh wait,
Yeah,
I was
thanks,
gonna.
by the way.
You're the one who came out of nowhere and assisted us.
I know, but still was helpful.
Vaughn would then look around to see where Kara was.
Well, Kara
Yeah,
comes closer.
Lee, as you see the man just looks around, and the other woman who was firing shots from afar just cover the distance. And you guys, since Lee doesn't know what like except for the pictures, what you actually look like, please describe yourselves.
You first, sweetie.
Am I still partially demony looking, or am I actually like normal looking again?
You are between the two.
So I'm like partially demony looking.
Yeah, but like it's easy to hide.
Okay, well, Savon would be a tall cloak, hood cloaked man wearing probably still would have his hood up to help obscure his face. scruff on his face, scars, slight looking deformities, but it could be played off as his scars. He obviously had dark hair, stood around 6 foot tall, and was wearing a studded leather armor with a longsword at his hip.
What about Care?
Care, if you look closely, she's got raven black hair where it shimmers a slight blue with the sun depending on how it goes.
Yeah.
Very tight leather. She seems like something that would be crawling in the dark and in the shadows and things like that. So very tight leather. Pretty clear she likes dark colors and pale skin. If she's wearing any makeup, which she probably is, she'd have pretty much something similar to that with dark red lips.
Very
And when she
attractive
talks, she
goth
has a
girl.
British accent, but I'm too shy to do that.
And the three of you, people have started like calming down and coming back, but they still like keep their distance and they're like 10, like 100 feet away. Imagine like a big creature attacking like the middle of town. How people would react, even though it's dead, they're like unsure.
Completely unlike Skyrim, where they all gather around the corpse as fast as possible.
No, they've never like you're in a small town. They've never
Yep.
seen something like this.
Care looks at the elf, and her thoughts kind of start wondering if she's the same thing as Azael.
She doesn't have dark skin. She has like a almost whitey skin. She's not a. You
I
don't
mean, it's
recognize.
not like there's pale and dark skins in humans either.
She like she would be an albino. She would be an albino dro.
You don't look like you're from around here. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, you're half wrong.
Well, then indulge us, because we've never ever seen someone like you, color or anything. The last time we saw an elf was, well, dark skin.
Well, it's okay. Wait, I just need to find one thing.
Savon would be kicking the corpse, trying to prove to the townspeople it's dead.
Sorry, I'm just looking through my sheet because I don't know. So she would be answering, it's because I have blood. So I'm in a world apart.
Think I get what you're saying. And she looks over at Savant. Would you stop kicking it?
Savon would shrug and stop kicking it.
Sounds like it's gonna make the people even more at ease, especially if it moves while you're kicking it.
I mean, I could always just cut its head off and it's dead.
Care doesn't know what to respond to that.
Savon would just laugh slightly before digging through his bag to find a vial of honey media head on him.
I'm amazed you're not collecting its blood.
Not sure what I'd be able to do with that.
Don't look at me.
Yeah, at least I knew what I could use the guano for.
Yeah.
So during this moment when everyone is just looking at that ugly frog and people from the village just start to come out of their houses, I would look at them both and ask them to, like, where they're from and they're doing here.
We're
So
both from Corvosa, and we're tracking someone down, but I don't know if you would remotely have any information on what we'd be looking for.
I may, but I would ask you a favor before helping.
Oh?
Because I think that there are more of those creatures running around in this dimension, and I have to get rid of them because they're very dangerous and they could do a lot of harm in this dimension. So I could use your help. I usually don't do this, but I could use your help.
Are they not native?
Like nice fighters, and I think it would be great to everyone in this dimension is safe. What do you say?
She looks at Savon.
Zvan will look back at Care.
I mean, if they're not from here, why not? And after that, after we find what's her bucket, we have other things to take care of, so sure, why not?
Yep, cheers. He says he would drink some mead.
You're gonna run out of that at some point.
Yeah, I know.
So how do we find more of these? She looks at the elf.
How do I find more of these?
You could track them.
Oh yes, we could.
How would you find something?
But how do I track them?
You say you want to track them.
Okay. So, guess we should start by tracking them then. Said.
Okay. You can. Yeah. So it's the middle of the day. You see the elf. Nobody has shared their name, which is a weird situation.
But that
So
is
you just see.
typical of the party.
Yes, I know. But you just see the elf. She looks up and looks at her bird and falcon, and she starts like she sheets her swords, and she starts looking around for tracks, and you can see that she's proficient in it. She's been like she's better at it than you probably are, and like it's really funny coming from people who have spent the last 2 years tracking someone. She's clearly outdoing you guys right now.
And she looks right over her shoulder and say, "It's Lila, by the way," and goes on.
Oh yeah, gee, that's a deja vu. I don't remember how long it took us to actually say our names the last time. Oh,
Well,
and Carestia for me.
I say normally our bard kind of always introduced everybody for whatever reason.
You should have seen how long it took before we found out everybody's name in the group. It felt like a freaking group therapy.
Okay. So as she's doing that, what are you guys doing while she's laughing at you, at doing your stuff? No, she's tracking, but she's laughing at the conversation.
Well, Kara's keeping an eye out to see if there may be she might be able to see anything herself.
Okay. So we'll take 5 minutes to pee. This is pee break.
Okay.
And we'll start from there in the midpoint of this adventure.
Yeah, I should go get my food.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Really? You just jumped into my arms? Okay. Good kitty. What are you doing? Yes.
Ah, there we go.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I was gonna add salt and pepper on it.
Yeah.
Oh, it tastes so
Yeah.
bland.
Yeah, I should just send you home with a thing of garlic pepper.
Will they let it cross the border is more what I'm worried about.
Yeah, they're gonna think you put cocaine in it.
God.
Oh, she jumped into the Amazon box. Yeah, she's a pretty kitty. Oh yeah? You a good girl?
So I'm trying to debate what hair color I should put my hair to next.
Hi. Yeah. What are you doing? Yeah. Oh, careful. You
She's
know to
gonna
stay still
fall.
when I'm carrying you. Good girl.
But
Good
yeah, no,
girl.
apparently people want to see my hair not just blonde at work now. I don't know why.
Well, because you look really good with dyed hair. Unfortunately, it's expensive, but yeah.
I mean, if I don't do it myself, yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that people are kind of like, but we'd rather not hire you because you got colored hair. It's like, why?
hmm Well, the bonus is I know a couple people down here who probably help you do stuff to your hair. I mean, shit, Christina dyes her hair a new color every month, and then Shadow's an actual hairstylist.
Okay, well, that might do the trick.
Yeah, so it's like I know I got friends who would be probably more than happy to help,
And then if I let my
especially
hair
since
grow long and then I say I want to chop it down, I guarantee you the
yeah,
hairstylist is going to be like, but why?
yeah. Well, maybe not. Like Shadow's also discovered the love of keeping her hair short too now.
No, but I mean, it's because apparently my hair is really nice long because of the
Yeah,
thickness and how it is.
yeah. Okay, I can get that.
As people would describe it, it's princess doll like hair. So,
Ugh,
what
the
the hell?
fuck? You're not even here yet.
What?
Oh, damn sewing needle in my ankle.
Sorry?
What the hell? You're not even here yet.
I guess it's a painful reminder.
Oh God. Yeah, it seems so.
I really thought I picked every one of them up. I'm sorry.
I have now stepped on two.
I'm sorry.
You're fine.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, it's fine. And
Mm,
it's also funny how some of my friends just can't wait to meet you too.
why?
I don't know. Maybe they just don't believe that someone can deal with me.
I mean, I can't believe you can deal with me, so.
But yeah, Christina and RH both really want to meet you, and they definitely said that it's like, yes, next time you're major down, they want to go to Renaissance Fair. It's happening.
Well, I'm gonna try to come down in May.
Yeah, that's what I told them.
I like your thing that you posted.
The necromancer one.
Yeah.
See, that would be Kane, just a really, really late healer. They didn't revoke my medical license for nothing.
That would worry the hell out of me if I heard a doctor say that.
Yeah, but that would, that would be shit that would come out of Kane's mouth.
I know.
I mean, remember, he did open heart surgery on somebody while keeping their lungs moving with a fucking bellow.
Only in Guild Wars.
No, that was Black Desert.
I don't remember that.
When he did surgery on Toki.
Ah.
Kara was just sitting there shaking her head while Kane was basically consistently yelling at Toki's daughter while he was working on him.
Yeah.
No, in Guild Wars, he made people shit rainbows with medication. He fixed somebody's back and they gave him a medication for it that literally gave them rainbow shits. So. I really hope this game doesn't die in development or stay only in Korea.
So I just been told that my microphone cuts a lot.
Yeah, but we still kind of figure what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm kind of used to it.
Shut up.
Not me.
In my voice. Okay. So she starts tracking, and Cressy, you're gonna help.
Mhm.
So, Lee, I want you to roll 2d20 because you have advantage. So because somebody's helping you. So you're gonna roll 2d20. Take the best one, and on your character sheet, you're gonna go to the skills, and the
Yep.
last one is survival. And you're gonna do your d20, the best one of the two, plus your survival bonus.
Plus 6.
Yes.
5 plus 6, it's 11.
Your rolls are terrible.
I
No.
was just thinking the same. They really don't like you.
No, they don't.
God, she's replaced Idrin.
Yes. So, Leela, you find tracks and traces of a similar creature, but even bigger, who has been probably casing the place, looking like trying to remain stealthy, and who left for the woods.
Okay, so I guess she would just say it's over there.
Let's go.
Alright.
Okay.
And she would start like through, in direction of the tracks in the wood.
Okay. Your falcon is following you in the air, making circles around you guys, and you get the feeling that it's leading you also on the path that you're taking. You probably do roll a d20, and in your skills, you're gonna add your animal handling bonus.
Plus 6.
Yes.
So it's 12.
Okay. So you get the feeling that your falcon has picked up the track of something.
So I would just look up in the sky and heading where she's heading to and try to follow her.
Okay. So you're making your way out the village. The commotion in the village has not stopped because you left a big corpse of a creature. and just gonna change the map, and you
Yeah, they
make
can
your
handle it.
you make your way in the forest, and you find more tracks, and you can see that at some point the creature um, was probably um, had some so was dragging something, which would looks like two corpses, the size the marks of like two probably unconscious of or dead people, and it was just like one in each arm dragging them.
And she would say shit. Running.
Uh,
And looking over the shoulder to make sure that her companions are following too.
yeah, Care. The second she said shit and started running, Care kind of sighed and with a and just immediately went into full sprint with her.
Okay.
Swan
Um,
would Corkius Mead and follow.
hmm. um, Leela, I would want you to do another d20 and add your survival bonus again.
Oh.
At least if she
Eh,
gets all her low rolls out now.
Yes.
so it's 12 again.
Okay. Is the music lower now?
Yeah, a little bit.
I think you can change it in your settings. But I'm just gonna just a second.
Going to be my knight in armor and change my settings. Oh, that's amazing. Thanks.
Okay, I'm back. So you walk in the forest and run in the forest for the better part of an hour or two, breaking through the foliage and still following the tracks. And yeah, you come close to what you think is where that creature is. So what do? You get the feeling like the tracks they are fresher, and it's you're getting close.
Well, she would take her bow out to be prepared to surprise him. Yes, that's it.
Okay.
She's supposed to do something else.
I want to roll a d20 and do add your stealth bonus as you're approaching.
8 plus 3, 11.
Same for Carestia and same for Savant. As Lila is showing you like slow down. Jen, do you have the thing where like the lower you can roll is a 10?
The lowest that I can 12 is a 12. Oh
Still,
wait, no,
okay.
maybe I don't know. Yeah,
I think you do.
but I do. I
Yeah.
just don't have it active in my thing. So yeah, lowest that I can roll is I guess it's 23.
I just want to check on your sheet because that's like one of your
You're gonna have to activate it for me because I don't know where it would be.
11 feature and traits. Bonus proficiency, worker expertise. Yeah, it's a reliable talent. Whenever you make an ability check that lets you add your proficiency bonus, you can treat a d20 roll of 9 or lower as a 10.
Well then, I guess it's 9 or lower. So there we go.
So since you became level 11, you are now like forever invisible for everyone.
I would say that's good. Technically, a base of 22, no matter what she does.
Yeah. So as you guys progress, Leela, you're actually impressed by how Curestia is like super silent and super careful, and you don't hear her. And if you didn't know that she was like next to you, like she would completely like she would vanish almost. It's impressive. While Savant is clunky
And
as fuck.
Yep. I am not stealthy at all.
Yeah. Uh,
so I guess I would just like nod to a
Curestia.
and have like a to Savan.
A what to Savon?
Like a bad look, like a
Oh.
killer look, like just like a glance, like.
Okay. So you see, you're in the forest, and you see this monstrous creature. It looks similar to the one that you encountered in the village, but it's almost twice the size. And while the other one was slender, thin, claws, long fingers, and red of skin, this one is almost walking like a gorilla and is super muscular. His mouth is like his jaw is almost twice as big, and instead of long fingers, it has um, powerful hands and actual two claws on top of his hand. A little bit like not Wolverine, yeah, Wolverine, but they're just like curved hooks on his hand. It's just there with two corpses next to him, and I would want everyone to roll a perception check. So that's a d20 plus your perception skill.
Two
Yay.
class. What color is it?
This one is blue of skin.
What
Perception. It's a skill.
perception?
So 1d20 plus your perception bonus.
Perception. Okay.
Whoa.
Oh, 26.
So Kyle, Savani is oblivious to everything.
Mm-hmm.
But the two ladies taking point in front and leading the way. You see that big creature with two corpses next to it, and it looks like it's taking care of the two corpses, which are not corpses. You can see them breathing; they just seem unconscious. And you see two red creatures, smaller, like the one that you've encountered in the village, just run patrols around their makeshift camp. What do you do
So,
and how?
well, I don't know. I think that our main focus is the blue one, but we will probably we will probably have to get rid of the two red ones, and that's it. Try to.
I know the second we attack the little ones, the big one, that one over there is definitely going to react. Care Scouts like looks around at the area to see if there's a way to sneak around behind.
Um, you could maybe, but probably you, from what you've seen of what you know of Savant and what you've seen of Lila, um, the three of you would probably make too much noise.
And Lila use her falcon to make a distraction.
Yes. So roll animal handling check like you did before. It's a skill. So 1d20 plus your animal handling to basically get your falcon to come back. And then you can try to explain to him, to her, what to do.
So it's 17.
17. So your falcon comes back. It catches your signals. It comes back and it's on your arm, on your falcon glove. What do you want it to do?
I want her to distract the two small red ones so we can hop in and attack the big blue.
Okay.
Does she say that out loud to the falcon?
Yes, I assume. She
Okay.
explained to the falcon,
I
and
wanted to make sure Kara actually understood what she was saying too.
yes,
Kara looks at her. Let me sneak up behind because I suspect I'll be able to get behind. So it would give me a point of attack immediately after you distract them.
Someone would be thinking for a second. Are these not native to this plane?
No, they're not.
Okay.
Oh. Oh. Oh no. Oh, you'll see.
um, so you're sending off your falcon. Okay. You see your falcon just like starts going around, and I think Kara said that she wanted
Sneak up
to
behind.
circle
Oh
circle
no.
them.
Your connection to the server has been interrupted.
Oh yay! Roll 20 got nuked.
Yeah, just refresh the page. Loading special effects engine.
Reading core rule books.
Mine says critically hitting.
Determining skill sizes.
Rolling 1d20. Loading
Mapping
special effects
dungeon.
engine. Supposedly I'm in.
Me too. It's loading the map yet again.
Oh my god, why is the map so big suddenly?
So as soon as you can, Kara, make me a stealth check again. Keeping in mind that the lowest you can get is 22 now, which is ridiculous.
If I could see my character sheet.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's loading slowly for me too.
Yep. They're probably getting nuked again.
Roll 20 is a bitch.
I mean, there's also those people at Roll20 who've made enemies on the internet, so. That is unfortunately a bad side effect.
Deixa eu só não falei que je peux aider ou pas.
Si je peux t'aider.
Ok, j'espère. Bye.
Bye. Okay, it's
There we
loading
go.
slowly.
Yep. There's a character sheet.
So yeah, 22.
Wow, that's a low roll for you, Kirsty. I'm disappointed.
I know 22s are just so bad.
Yeah, you should be ashamed.
I'm sorry.
You should be hitting 32.
Especially because you had to beat an 11, so for you it was impossible to fail.
Oh, that's just like Mama Gruel's house with the traps.
Yeah. So now you're back here. Oh no.
I don't see the map.
Yes, I'm trying. There.
Oh,
Okay.
You're here, and you can de-zoom. You
Yep.
see the whole thing?
yep. I do.
So where do you want to go? Because you're invisible, so you can go pretty much where you want.
I'm gonna
And
stick to like trees. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to the trees, so right around here.
okay, so you circle around. You see that the blue creature is really taking care of the two meds. They're injured. You can see laceration marks. It's been clawed. Both of them have been clawed, but it's taking care of them.
She's just gonna watch quietly for the moment, trying to figure out why or what.
Okay, and you can see that at some point it's just like dipping its like claw on its because it looks like this. If you look at it big, it's beautiful. You can see that it's just like dipping its claw in their flesh, just like not even to like hurt them, but just like it's injecting something.
Ah, okay. For some strange reason, all I can hear in my head is one of us. One of us.
Pretty much.
So Kara pulls out her bow and arrow and waits for the distraction.
Okay. Um, After like 5 or 10 minutes took you to go there, the falcon comes down and peeks at this guy, and but then flies away, and this guy starts running after it. The big blue monster just turns his head around, and he gestures towards the falcon at the other one, and the other one also starts running towards it.
How far do they get at this point?
The falcon just goes back up and continues circling around. So they rejoin like there, and they just look at the sky, like screaming, oh, God," and trying to grasp at it, even though it's like super far.
Okay, but they're not next to it right now. They're not next to the blue one, right?
Nope.
Okay. Carrot takes that opportunity to shoot right at the back of the thing's head.
Okay. Make an attack with advantage. And even though I don't hear it, I will start the music for you guys. I don't see the roll. Yay! So a crit. So that's anyway. Since it's the first attack for you, it's gonna be your assassinate, which is already a crit. Jesus! So you strike at it right behind its head for 51, 55 points of damage. Oh, I know I'm there too. 55 points of damage. And you can see that this one is a lot stronger than the two small ones, and turns around and it sees you, and you guys at the back, you see the creature just get like an arrow in the back of its neck, turn around, and starts like almost like a gorilla, just like with its two front limb, just like starts running towards what you assume must be Curestia in the undergrowth. I would need everyone to roll for initiative. So that's 1d20 plus your initiative, Lee. And your initiative is +3.
Where do you see that
Yeah.
initiative?
It's right. There's a thing that looks like a shield.
Where?
In red.
Skill thing.
No, it's not next.
Initiative. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, found it. So it's a D what?
1d20 plus that. So that's 15 for
3.
you. Savant as a 5 and Curcia as a 7. And can roll for them. So, Leela, you actually go first. You are currently still hidden from them. They don't see you. And you are 95 feet or 80 feet away from the red ones and
Mm-hmm.
110 feet away from the blue one.
Okay, so
And during your turn, you can move up 30 feet.
well, I would mark the blue one, as you told me.
Okay?
I should like to target him,
Yes.
and I would start running and taking out my bow and start shooting.
Okay. Do you want to do your full 30 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. In the direction. So you would end up there. And
Okay.
you have two attacks. So you're going to roll 1d20 plus your longbow.
Okay. Equipment. Oh, how do I know how much my longbow
So
does?
next to your longbow, you have
Mm,
150 and a plus something next to it.
oh, I see 2 pounds.
No, you now you're in your equipment at
Yep.
actions.
Action. Okay. Plus 9.
Yes.
Okay, so D20 plus 9.
Yes.
Mm, plus 9.
That 22. So that's a hit. You want to do your damage first or your next attack to see if you hit? Because you have 2 arrows.
I don't understand the question. See the damage before shooting?
Do you want to do the damage for this arrow before seeing if the second one hits, or you want to?
Like double the damage if the second one hits?
Yeah.
Uh, no, I'll go one by one because
Okay.
I missed it.
So
Before.
your first arrow is gonna do 1d8 plus 3. The damage is next to your longbow.
Okay, but you said 1d8 plus 3?
3.
Oh, 3, 7.
Okay. And since you marked it, you're gonna do an extra d8 of force damage. So roll a d8.
3.
So that's a total of 10 damage. And so an arrow flies by while Lila is just running through the forest towards the commotion and the fight. And you 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 guys, you didn't get to see that because everything happened so fast. But now you get the feeling that sometimes when Leela fires an arrow, the impact is like a punch. It's like poof. It's like almost like Savant's Eldritch Blast. It's like force that cannot be done with just a regular arrow. Now you can fire your second arrow, which would be 1d20 plus 9.
11.
So you miss on the second one. You're too busy running. Uh, you're such too much in a hurry. Um, it's the blue creature's turn. It's gonna move the 15 feet, separating it from Crestia, and it's gonna make one bite attack against Crestia and two claws. So it tries to bite you. 27.
That hits.
So it grabs your elbow, your archery arm, and does 13 points of piercing damage. Do you want to roll out of the way?
Yes, actually.
So that's lowered to 7. because you're able to like go with the blow and roll out of the way, but it's striking you and it's gonna do two claw attacks. So 12, you're
Miss.
able to jump over its arm, and then 27 again.
Aye.
So while you're still in midair, it strikes you with its claw for 14 points of slashing damage. And please make a Constitution saving throw. Cool. That's going to be the end of his turn. And the red ones are going. One of the red ones is going to act. And I forgot that at the beginning of its turn, you can see that some of the wounds that have been inflicted on him starts to regenerate.
The blue one?
Yes. And the red one of the red one, no, that's Savant. One of the red one is going to run to meet Lila. And it's now Caristia's turn again.
Okay, so 10. No. Just gonna get to here. Use frick. Not dodge. Disengage.
Oh, your life disappeared again.
Did it?
Yes. What's your current health?
Shit. It was minus
So you
7,
got
minus
7,
14.
14, that's 21. And did you get hit the first time around?
It was the 7 and 14. So
Yeah, the
But,
first fight she didn't get hit. No.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
So you're at 37 now. Okay, you want to use disengage?
Yep.
As a bonus action because you're a rogue.
Yep. And then I'm gonna go. Let's see, 20. And I'm gonna use my full movement, and then some. So, doop, right here. Using the trees as covers, I hope.
Okay, so Carissa is running away in your direction. The red sad hanging back is going to notice you and is going to come to meet you, but come one short is actually going to just. He's running in your direction. He's like, ah! And he's actually going to cover. He's going to. No, he's going to get there, yeah. Savant.
All right. So how much movement do I have again?
30, I
30?
think. Let's assume.
Yeah. All right. Yay. All right. So, I think was where it was. I'm gonna move there. Yeah. And then I'm going to attempt to banish the two red ones.
Okay. It's 60 feet.
Yep. So that should put me in range for both of them.
Okay. And what's your DC? And what's the.
They got to make a 15 charisma.
Ooh. And what does it look like when you use your magic to try to banish them?
Well, Spawn would just wave his hand, back to whence you came, and the same dark energy that comes from his Eldritch Blast would attempt to surround them and pop them out of existence.
Okay. That's going to be interesting. Uh, 14. So that's a fail, I guess.
Yeah, that is a fail.
And
That is
3.
definitely a fail.
Okay. So both of them, there's another rift in the fabric of the universe, and they just disappear.
And
Leela,
since they're not native, they're gone.
Leela, funny story. You know that he just banished them to the place where they originated. Okay, it's like an
Yeah.
exorcism. So
Is it my place?
no.
Okay,
So
fine.
you know that if he does it to the blue one, eh, je vais te l'écrire.
Okay.
I think I know where this is going.
uh,
Okay.
And you also realize, Leela, that he could do the same to you because you don't come from here.
Oh, that's not cool. Okay.
just don't be an
I'm
asshole.
keeping my shit. I'm keeping my shit together.
That's your full move, Sava.
Yeah, because I had to go full move to get in range.
Leela, it's back to your turn.
Okay. Can I ask a question? I thought it failed. Why the Bunny, je pensais que ça avait pas marché avec les dés.
No, that was their roll to try, right?
Oh,
And they
okay.
got under his roll. He has a DC. It's a difficulty check of 15, I think.
Yeah, it was a 15 for
Or 15.
charisma.
So they had to roll their defense, their charisma defense higher than 15. 15 or higher to succeed. So
And
Oh.
both of
apparently
them
they have
failed.
very shitty charisma.
I get it, thanks.
Okay, and it's your turn, and you're also allowed to talk during your turn.
Good to know. Eh, so I guess I would do. She would just try to get as close as possible from this thing,
Okay, so you do your full 30.
and
So
she will probably still be out of range. So she will still be using her arrow and shooting as many as she's allowed to.
that's 2, yeah.
And I have a question because I have a.
Yes.
Is it useful against it?
Which one is it?
I have one spell,
No, you have more than one spell.
but
If you go on spells,
have I'm not sure. In my attacks, I have ray of frost.
yeah, so that's one of your basic spells to attack. But you have, if you click on spells,
I have Zephyr Strike, Misty Steps, and
yeah,
Ting.
you have a bunch of spells.
Okay, spells. And how me right now?
Currently what? Is 70 feet.
Oh, interesting. Um, I cast a fog cloud to try to blind him.
Okay.
If I do that, will I be able to shoot arrow?
You could do it. No, because casting a spell, this spell, for example, will take one action. So it's your full action.
Uh, but if I cast it, it might flew, flew, like get away.
If you cast it,
Fog cloud. Would it get away?
so if you create a fog cloud, it's a 20-foot radius, so it's a big fog cloud, and it's not going to be able to see you, and you are not going to be able to see it, and it could leave the fog cloud, but it's not going to be from the fog cloud. It's not going to be able to see you guys where you are.
So that's not a good idea. So I'm just gonna shoot arrows.
Okay. So are you mark him? I guess.
Yes, I do. Take that for granted.
Okay. So roll a d20 plus your longbow bonus.
Can I ask another question?
Yes.
Wall effective?
Wind wall. If you click on it, so that would do wall up 50 feet, 15 feet high, and 1 foot thick. And it, if you do it on him, he would have to do a strength saving throw to resist. If he fails, he is dealt 3d8 bludgeoning damage, or half if he succeeds. So you're sure to do damage. And it's mostly to repel arrows and flying creatures. So he's going to be able to pass it.
Oh, so it's not a good idea. So I'm gonna shoot arrows.
Yay!
Yes. So it's a D
20
20 once
for your first arrow, yes. So
plus
that's
something.
plus 9.
Okay, perfect.
So that's a hit. So you can do your 1d8 plus 3. That's your plus 1d8 for your force damage. So that's 9. So that's 15. And you can fire another arrow for 1d20 plus 9. So that's a 19. That's another hit. And you do 1d8 plus 3. So that's 11. So good round. Your best one since the start. So you fire. You continue running towards them. You shake off the scare that Savant has given you with his spell, and you continue your route. And you just fire 2 arrows. Again, the first one hits like a truck, and the other one just like, and the creature is now showing some wounds. It's limping a little bit. It's slowing down, but it's its turn, and it's gonna follow Carestia. It's actually not far enough, so it's gonna pick up a trunk and try to
Oh my god.
throw you a trunk. On its path, it just picks up a trunk and throws it to you. So
Got
that's
stick, let me smash.
but that's an 8. So you just roll out of the way, and you're able to. It misses you. It just like crashes next to you as you're running through the forest. And it's now your turn, Carestia.
Kara's gonna shoot another arrow at it. I don't want to stay near that thing.
But as in your haste to get away, it actually. Oh, he also regened during his turn, so some of his wounds healed. But you're in your haste, you're too quick and not able to pierce his like rough skin. Just the arrow breaks on its, and you continue your route. And you and Lila are now like running in opposite direction and almost meeting on the battlefield. Hello. And Savant, it's your turn again.
All right. But I will move out, and then I will. What's the range on that? I will Eldritch Blast the fucker with the 3 beams, or attempt to.
So, can you describe what your Eldritch Blast look like for Lila?
He would hold out his hand and fire a beam. In this case, it's 3 beams from his hand that look like a basically black and purple dark energy.
Okay.
And it's pew, pew, pew.
So the first one hits. The second one hits also, but is resisted by the monster. He's too strong. And the third one hits it while it's running in your direction for a total of 12 points of damage. And Lila, you see that those beams of energy kind of have the same effect that your focused arrow when you focus it with your marking.
Yeah.
It's similar, but without an arrow. It's just like thoof, thoof, thoof. It's impressive. You have never seen that kind of magic before. And Lula, it's back to your turn.
Okay, and now how far am I from him?
You are running in his direction, and you are 45 feet away.
So I won't be able to reach him.
Not for melee.
Uh, I would run towards his direction, and I would do a ray of frost to try to get him down.
That is a good idea.
Thanks.
So your ray of frost is +6. So you roll a 1d20 +6 to try to hit it.
This is where 20 would be nice.
Ah,
Aww.
shit. Sorry.
So as you're running, you launch a ray of like frost energy in its direction, but it's like destroying trees on its way, and one of the tree just like gets in the way, and you see like the frost on the tree barks, but the tree falls to the ground,
Okay.
and now he reaches you, and he's gonna bite and claw you twice. So on your character sheet, next to your initiative,
Armor class
that's how difficult you are to hit. What's the number?
14.
Okay, I know. I'm teaching. I'm teaching you where to find it. So he's gonna try to bite you. So at 13, does that hit? Okay, so you jump out of the way,
Uh-huh.
and now he's gonna try to claw you with his massive arms. 17.
That hits.
So he does 9 points of slashing damage as he comes crashing down on you. So on your character sheet, at the top right, you see current and max 76 and 76.
Yep.
If you click on the first 76, you can change the number,
Two.
or actually click on current.
Yeah, I clicked it.
So on the right, a bar appeared. So in damage, you can write 9.
Because there's like heal, blank space, damage, current max.
So yeah, in the blank, write 9
9.
and click damage.
Oh, okay. Okay,
So
cool.
it deducts it.
It's 67 now.
Yes, he's gonna try to make another claw attack against you. 15, does that hit?
Yes, it does.
So he crashes both claws on you, and the next one does 14. So you type 14 and damage.
53.
53. And you're gonna have to make 2 Constitution saving throw. So on the left of your skills, you have a small box with strength, dex, constitution, and intelligence, wisdom, charisma, right?
Wait, well, that was quick. Can you repeat slowly, por favor?
So on the left of your skills, you have a box with STR.
Yeah. Saving throws, it's written there.
Yes. So what's your con bonus?
Do you mean con? My
CON.
best?
No, your
+2.
+2. So you're gonna have to roll 2d20
+2.
+2 in each. So that's 17, and that's a 1.
So 17 and 3.
Yes. So you don't know, but something might have happened. So it's Caristia's turn.
Still gonna fire an arrow at it. Since I don't think I could get the bonus at that
Oh.
size.
It also regenerates during its turn. My girlfriend is giving me the finger. So rude in this house.
You're rude.
So 27's a hit, and would you? So Leela, at this point, would you consider Caristia an ally?
Yeah.
Caristia, would you consider Leela an ally?
Yeah, for this.
You can use your sneak attack damage. Would it have been really funny if Leah said no? So you strike at it right in, right in the eye, and it has to take a couple of step backs. That one hurt severely. Do you want to move?
Mm, I want to say yes, but I gotta figure out which direction because it might be pissed at me now. You know what?
Mhm.
I'm just going to move myself right here. I like to live dangerously.
Savant, it's your turn.
All right, Savant's gonna attempt to toll the dead.
Hell.
Yep. He's got to do a wisdom save.
Uh, oh. Wisdom.
Yes. Yay, that's a fail.
That's a fail.
Kill it.
Kill it with fire.
Well, this would be killing it with the bells. Boom.
If only that one wasn't there.
I know. You know what? I got a critical and a critical. Fail and a success.
You went to both ends of the spectrums and then you decided the middle was the best ground almost.
Yeah, apparently.
Just 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it when the
22 points
DM
of
laughs to himself like that.
Mm-hmm.
So how is your Toll of the Dead actually killing it?
Oh.
Oh!
I've never had this happen before. So I guess it's going to hear the bell toll so loud that its head just goes.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody hears a dong, and it just explodes.
And all you saw was Savan point at the thing.
And it becomes calm again.
Care looks at Savon. Showing off much?
Well, banishing two and popping that one's head kind of felt good.
And I would say I'll be right back and head towards the two uh, lying on the ground and look at them, look at their wounds, and decide just to end their suffering.
So you see Leela inspect the two bodies, take her short sword, and just cut their throat real fast. No fuss, no suffering.
Oh, Adrian would be having a hissy fit.
Mm-hmm.
And I would come back cleaning my blades, and I would say that, well, I'm sorry you saw that, but I had to because the
If I may, I saw it putting its claws in, so I'm gonna assume that it was going to make it one of them.
yeah, exactly, and I couldn't let that happen. And I wanted to thank you for your help. It was much appreciated because those creatures are real bastards.
We've known a few bastards in our life.
Hmm.
Speaking of, we're chasing a giant bitch right now.
Also, sadly, due to the time and my work fucking me, I'm going to have to back out.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Jen's.
we're on the last leg, so I think Jen can take it from here.
Yeah.
So bye, Kyle.
Yeah.
Good
Bye.
night, sweetie.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
It was fun. See y'all later.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
So we'll finish.
Okay. So ask me about, you wanted to ask me about something earlier before we uh, that frog.
Care sits there and think for a moment. I think it was more of a where you're from, but
Is it?
She wants to know where you're from.
Oh, okay. Well, it's kind of complicated. I have many homes, but I'm from here. Lived in other dimension, the Beastlands, the Beastlands for a while, and I'm just in dimensions. Was there anything else you wanted to know?
not that I can really think of at the top of my head. At this point, when it comes to dimensions, well, can't say it's the first time we've ever heard of something like that, especially since we were brought into another world at some point before Savannah and I got brought down to Schultz. She shakes her head, but that's besides the point. So, how many more of these are we gonna expect on this side of the world?
Well, for me, maybe a few more. For you, it's okay. I just wanted to get rid of this one, and because I knew that it would be maybe harder, but I could handle the red ones. Where I'd like to for your help if I can.
Oh, we are tracking someone down that ordered to have Savan killed, so the extra hand
Oh,
of trying to track her down would be nice.
oh, perfect. Okay, and hold on a sec. I need to ask something.
That's fine. Welcome back.
Um, and Lila would have like a, this is proper English, but like a flash, like she thought of something, like an illumination, and she says like, I remember earlier you talked about someone named Azel, right?
She nods. Yeah.
I need to find him.
Okay. I really don't know where he would be. We parted ways at the Tower of Magi, but that was a couple years ago at this point.
Because I have to deliver him a message.
The best we could probably do is try to find a stone, a sending stone, to try to reach out to him in that way. But I don't know if they would sell this in this part of the world.
Maybe I or we could there and try to find it, the thing. Because I have a message from Volo.
Alright. We can help you out with that. Sounds
So,
important, so.
so you want to go after Vimenda right away, or you want to find a place where to provide a sending stone?
Might as well try helping her get the sending stone.
Okay. And this, so you make your way. You know that this in this part of town, your best bet to get uh, this part of town, this part of the world, your best bet would be to go back to the capital in Verbobonk. Uh, there, you could probably find someone who has at least access to the spell to message him. The last time, the last thing you've known, though, is that he was supposed to take his test at the Tower of Magi. So, and since it's at the other complete opposite side of the continent, contacting him with magic would be probably the quickest way.
Yeah.
So, leaving this place for Verbobank is like a couple of weeks, maybe 2, 3. So you guys saddle up for a 3 weeks montage of traveling together and getting to know each other, the three of you, while traveling to Verbobank. So Lila can complete her task of contacting Azel for the sake of Volo. And this is where we're gonna leave it tonight.
Okay.
Okay.
So Jen, you can add 1 point of experience for your character. Lee, it doesn't really matter. If we bring your character back, you just poof in existence. But it was pretty cool. And
Thank you.
It was fun.
For Jen, with Kyle, will continue your 2 years, the 2 3 years text format.
Okay, that's fine.
But you succeeded in helping the dimension traveler get rid of a dimension plague.
Yay!
And I will bypass that, but funny story, Lila is infected.
I
Son of a
kind of
bitch.
figured that much.
Yes,
Why am I
because you
affected? Because he cloned me?
yes.
I'm gonna die.
In 24 hours.
Oh, I don't wanna die. I put some no.
So
Man,
while
that's,
you're
that's
sleep,
like how many people have died in this campaign.
so as you're sleeping and camping towards Verbobunk, 24 hours later, you wake up as a blue creature. Uh, Lila transforms into a blue creature and tries to kill the both of you, but Sava banishes it back to its home plane.
Did I tell her the complete message before that?
No, I'm kidding. This is just me kidding. you
Okay.
you didn't actually transform into a blue monster.
Oh, then why are you fooling with me?
Huh? It was just me making a joke.
Okay.
You're fine. You're gonna get there. You
Okay.
figure out that you're infected. You take care of it, and you have an antidote because you're tracking that monster. So you have one antidote in case you would be infected. It's good that the others were not infected because you had only an antidote for yourself.
I'm cool.
Yes. So thanks, Jen. Say thanks to Carla again,
I
and
will.
I'll talk to you guys soon.
Yep.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you for the night.
Bye.